Okay then, good morning everybody. We're back at Wakefield Test Centre, okay, and we're about to embark on another test route. So I'm just going to go through the dialogue again, like I always do, okay. So it's a 40-minute driving test, 20 minutes of forward driving, 20 minutes of independent driving, one manoeuvre, maybe an emergency stop. We're going to practice those things like you normally would practice with your instructor. Just one thing to note, if I don't give you any instruction, then please follow the road markings and road signs ahead as you would do normally. Okay?
Yep.
Have you understood all that?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay then.
Thank you.
Let's begin then. So, we're going to move off at the test station. And remember, it's first gear, all round checks and signal. Keeping the car at steady pace, nice and slow, to negotiate the hazards. We'll take a right at the giveaway lines, and continuously in first gear to the exit, which will then be asked to take a left and immediate right. So scan both sides. Well done for assessing. And well emerged. Take a right here to Mother's Way. Good position. And good proceeding down the road. Well done. And at the end of this road, they'll be asking us to turn right. Good mirrors, good signal. Make sure you assess both sides. Well done, good position onto the giveaway lines. Well emerged. Now just to note, we've got a couple of big wagons in front of us, so look all the way down the road, make sure there's nobody turning in the last second, because that could affect our driving then. Okay, well overtaken, and at the end of this road, at the giveaway lines, I'd like you to take a right, please. Good mirror signal. The giveaway lines are slightly worn off here, so just position yourself accurately. And if your signal cancels, please reapply. Well done. Good emerging at the giveaway lines there. And at the roundabout, we'll be following Tuesday, please. So that's the third exit. Well done for waiting there. Good emerging onto the roundabout. Well done. And that was a good mirror signal coming off the roundabout. And in a short distance, they will be asking you to pull up on the left hand side. This is quite a severe hill, so they like to test you on this hill. So make sure it's safe, convenient and legal, and indicate for other vehicles. Well done. And then handbrake, neutral, and indicator off. Okay, so that was good parking, that nice and tight to the curb, about a foot away. And then the examiner will simply ask you to move off again when you can, please. Make sure you got a nice high clutch bite because of the hill, so that we don't stall when we move off. Good all-round checks, good indicator for the vehicles, and well moved off there. That was good moving off there, well done. Okay, now we're approaching a roundabout. Okay, this roundabout's quite tricky. Okay, but we will be taking the second exit ahead. So I'll leave the roundabout to you. At good position, just left of the invisible line. And good mirrors and signal coming off the roundabout. Now, here the examiner will need you to get into the middle lane, so please check accordingly, make sure it is safe. Okay, because other vehicles could try to pass you there. It is quite tricky, that one, so be very, very careful with your assessment. Okay, and the traffic lights they'll be asking you to follow the road ahead to the right. Now this one again is a tricky situation, because this lane here, when we do emerge onto the new road, it splits into two. Now it's very, very important here that when you do emerge into the new road, the lane splits into two. We need to proceed into the middle lane. The middle lane, yes. Well said for that. If we position ourselves in the far left lane, that leads to the motorway. Okay, and the same way, if we position ourselves in the far right lane, it also leads to the motorway. So make sure that you stay in the middle lane, and then you will lead onto the dual carriageway from the middle lane. So the middle lane is very important in this situation when we emerge to the right. Good handbrake usage. Okay, it's always good to use the handbrake, as I mentioned before, just in case somebody hits into the back of us. Okay, it will protect us from going forward. Good emerging and good position onto the new road, into the middle lane. Well done. And we'll be aiming towards Ossett for now. And good position, stopping. Okay, you can see the tyres and tarmac from the car in front. Always make sure that you can see the tyres and tarmac. Okay, so that's very important as well. Okay, in the interest of safety. A well stop there. Okay, if we see an amber light, okay, and we can stop in the distance, that's safe. Then we must try to stop and make sure that we stop in good time. Okay, so please be aware of the lights changing at these traffic lights. And further ahead, you just follow the lane markings forward. Okay, the first exit goes to the motorway, like I said, and now we position over to the left as we pass the first exit. Well positioned, well done. And again, the lights have changed, and you've taken the right course of action by stopping. Well done. Good mirror checks as you're moving off. You're looking for what's behind you, and you're looking for any motorcyclists or cyclists that might be filtering through on the sides of you. Okay, now we're about to pass a 50 road sign change, so when you can, we build up speed. Okay, try to make the we will be taking the next. We can take the next left here, please. So as we're going into this slip road, turning left. Okay, we will pass a 40 sign, so just be aware that the speed limit does go from 50 just behind us to 40, and in the short distance it goes to 30. So we must make the adjustments constantly here. Okay, and in another short distance we can see that it does change to 20. So there's quite a few sign changes, one after another here. Just be aware of those sign changes, and please go according to the speed limit on the road. Okay, so here we've got zebra crossing, scan both sides, well done. And we'll be going 20 until we see another sign change. And in a short distance we can see the 30 sign change. Okay, there's potentially a truck emerging from the left, just keep an eye on the truck. Okay. And when we pass the sign change, check our mirrors, and then we can go to the speed limit. Well done. That was well done there, well done. So just to note, there's parked vehicles on both sides. I'm just looking for people crossing over in between cars, potentially not paying attention. So even though it's a 30 road, currently we're doing about 25 to 26 miles an hour maximum, just in the situation where somebody might cross over instantly. Good speed this. going straight until I give you another direction. Please. Okay, now in a short distance, okay, we'll be taking the second road left. The first one being here, and we'll be taking the next one just over there. Thank you. Good bit of a signal, good gear it down. And it is a tight road, so bring your speed all the way down. You can maybe use first gear here if you want. Just pull over to the left hand side behind the red car. Just here will do. Well done for cancelling your signal. I'll just check your position. Position is very good. Well done for that. Okay, it is safe, convenient and legal. There is a driveway just in the front of us, but we've managed to avoid that, so that was a good stopping position. Now, I would be asking you now to do a manoeuvre. It is the reverse park or parallel park exercise. Okay, so I'll just give you the dialogue. Okay, and in the meantime, I can see that you're lowering your left mirror, which is very good for the purpose of this exercise. Okay, so what I'll be asking you to do is to do a parallel park exercise. When you can, I'd like you to pull up beside the car in front, which is the Mitsubishi. Position yourself and then reversing behind, finishing no more than 1 foot away from the curb and no more than 1.5 times your own car length. Okay. Have you understood what I've just told you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, please proceed when you can. Good checks. And good position up to the target vehicle. Well done. Okay. So we select reverse gear so that people know what our intentions are. So what we can do, okay, is reversing now. Okay. Good all-round checks. Well done. Now, if there is cars turning in, remember we can signal. I've made a video about this reverse park, parallel park exercise. So for further information, please watch that. Okay. And the key to this one is keep the speed down. Keep it all round checked. Any cars passing, thank them, let them pass, and then proceed. Well done. Good accuracy. Okay, because you're doing this at a walking speed, that improves your accuracy. And also we're using the benefit of the side mirror, and you've got a nice gap there behind the car in front, and you're not covering any driveways. Well done. The examiner will open the door to check your accuracy. Yeah, that's nice and tight to the curb. It's about a foot away. Can you see that?
Yep.
Yep. Well done. Okay. And then he'll simply ask you to move away when you can, when it's safe to do so. So please do that now. Before you move off, please readjust your mirror so that you can see where you need to be seen as you're moving off. Good checks. Good moving off from this car, from behind the vehicle. And then the examiner will be asking you just to follow the road ahead safely when you can. This is a nice bendy road, so even though it's a 30 road, we can't really get to the speed limit here, okay, because of potentially oncoming vehicles passing us, and we're trying to pass all these parked vehicles as well at the same time. We need to make space so that we can keep a safe gap from each other. Well negotiated. And at the end of the road, we will be turning right, please. Well done. Good approach speed. Well emerged. And just to note, there aren't any clues for the speed limit on this road, but generally what we're looking at, if the lampposts are within 100 meters of each other, okay, and we can't see no repeaters, then we're generally assuming it's a 30 road unless otherwise stated. Okay, we can also look into the side roads for clues. Sometimes we get the speed limit on the side roads, okay, so we can look out for clues for those kinds of things. Also the speed bumps, so we must adjust accordingly for the speed bumps. And in the distance there's a very sharp bend to the right, so we can reduce our speed and well reduce the gear as well. And at the end of this road they'll be asking us to turn left, please. Now as we're approaching this the end of this road here, okay, well negotiated for these oncoming vehicles. That was good, well done. We are approaching a stop junction. Now in this situation we will be turning left. We must stop dead at the stop line, okay, and we can confirm that by using our handbrake for half a second even, so that there's no doubt we stopped, because it is quite a tricky emerging, this one. Okay, there's parked vehicles on the right hand side and the left hand side. When we emerge we must make sure it's safe, but you must stop dead there. Okay, well done. So we drive down the road. Okay, we're looking for light changes and so on and so forth. And in the far distance there'll be a roundabout. And at the roundabout they'll be asking you to take the third exit right. Okay. Well adjusted for this passing vehicle. And the roundabout's just in the distance there. So just check your mirrors and tiny signal. Well done. Good position on approach. The zebra crossing, we can just scan that. It's clear. Well emerged onto the roundabout. And good mirrors and signal coming off the roundabout. Well done. In a short distance is another roundabout, and the examiner will be asking you to follow Dewsbury at the exit. Dewsbury. Good mirrors and signal again. Good assessing to the right hand side. And your signal came off and you reapplied your signal, so that was very good. So it's your responsibility when the signal cancels to reapply it, so that people know your intention is there. Okay, now in a short distance, this is a tricky one, this is in a short distance the examiner will be asking you to turn left. Okay, so make sure that you're driving at the appropriate speed and join the slip road when it's safe to do so. Well done. And good gearing down, because it does bend sharply to the left severely. Okay, and as you're looking into the new road you can see the oncoming vehicle, so just assess who's got priority there. Is he letting you go? Yeah, it's flashed us, hasn't it? So how are we going to respond to this guy now when we pass him? Well done. You thanked him there, that was good. And it's always nice to thank people on a driving test. It's perfectly allowed as well. Now the next situation here is it's a T-junction. It's a tricky T-junction, okay? What we must do as we're approaching the give-way lines is position ourselves so we can see up and down the road, so left and right, especially to the left. So go a little bit wide here and turn into the give-way line and stop here just to create the angle. Okay, it is tricky. We are turning right here, okay? Here we go. Is the guy letting us go? Yep. Okay, so thank him. And then proceed forward. Okay, that was a tricky one. That you must try to position yourself so you can see effectively up and down the road that you're turning onto. Okay.
If needed, can I ask examiner to adjust his seat so that I have a better view?
Yes, you can. Yeah, if need be. Yes, that was a good question. If need be, you can ask the examiner to move out of the way, and he'll be obliging for that. That's fine, is that? Okay. And as you're going down this next road, just be aware of the speed bumps, okay? And there's a school in the vicinity, so again we're looking for vulnerable pedestrians, people like children, and so on and so forth. And the sign there warns us that it does bend sharply to the left, so adjust your speed accordingly. Well done, that was good, that. And when it's safe to do so, you can readjust your speed when you can see into the far distance and it is safe. Well done. Now in the short distance, we've got a mini roundabout, and we will be asked to turn right at the mini roundabout. Just before that, there's a couple of parked vehicles, so there's potentially cars turning in from the mini roundabout, so just adjust your speed just in case somebody does turn in. Well done. And then we'll be turning right when you can, please. Well done. Well negotiated. You might want to use first gear like you did there. That was good. When these mini roundabouts, when we're making sharp turns, sometimes
Better to
it is better to use first gear.
better control. Yeah.
You get more control and more accuracy as you negotiate the circle. And as we proceed forward, we're embarking on a very steep hill here. Okay, somewhere along this road, the examiner will be asking you to pull over to the left. So just be aware that you'll have to pull over to the left. We can just keep going, and I'll tell you exactly where I want you to pull over. Okay, so maybe a couple of things to be wary about that. Okay, somewhere on the left, anywhere on the left, somewhere here, please. Make sure it's safe, convenient, and legal.
It's not the right one, right?
Well, this is okay as long as we're not, too close to the junction, okay, and we're not blocking off or obstructing other vehicles, okay. So as we see, vehicles can get past us here, okay. So this is okay, all right. Just check your gap. Yep, it's a nice gap. Is that? That's 1 foot away. Well done.
I remember this road now.
You know this road, okay.
I've seen the video.
Okay, good. So they'll be asking you to move away safely, and when you can, please turn right onto the new road. Now, it's quite a busy road, this one. Well moved off there. There's no need to signal, no one to benefit. Well done. And we'll be turning right. So make sure you're scanning both sides effectively. Okay. Because of the parked vehicle, we would be required to peep and creep and emerge out safely. Well done. That was good.
So I indicated and moved out.
Okay. And these parked vehicles, just make sure that you're passing them and not getting too close to any oncoming vehicles if there are any oncoming vehicles coming, okay? In a short distance, we have got some temporary traffic lights, so make sure you park where it says when red light shows wait here. So somewhere here and not covering or blocking the driveway. That's perfect, is that? Well done. There's lots of these temporary traffic lights and lots of construction work going on, so make sure that you're aware of these kinds of situations and park accurately so you're not obstructing any vehicles that might be trying to come through the other way. Okay, we've used the handbrake, which is really good. Well done for that. Okay, we always use handbrake when we're waiting long periods at traffic lights. Good mirror checks as you're moving off. Well done. Again, looking for cyclists on both sides filtering through and how close the cars are behind us. And as we're proceeding forward, okay, the examiner will be asking us to turn right at the next set of traffic lights in the distance. Okay, so it's a short distance, and then we'll be turning right at the next set of traffic lights. Okay, and we'll use the hatch markings in the middle to pass these parked vehicles. That's what they're there for. And well done for giving way to this oncoming car. Okay, always be defensive in your driving approach. Okay, and good position to turn right. Make sure we're looking out for any oncoming vehicles in the distance. To keep the wheels rolling if you can though. Well done, well negotiated, that was very good. And we'll be following this road ahead for some distance now, please. Okay. And the speed limit does change to 40. Before you start to think about going 40 miles an hour, please pass the sign, check your mirrors, look for anybody trying to overtake us, and then proceed to the 40 speed limit if it's safe to do so. Well done. It's good speed this. And on a straight road like this, we're checking our mirrors frequently. When I say, what do I mean by frequently? I would say probably every 7 to 10 seconds. We're just checking out for how close the vehicles are behind us, as well as scanning into the distance and looking out for anything that might be relevant to us. So we're looking and planning ahead at all times, even if the road is straight. And in a short distance, we'll be looking to take the Wakefield exit, which is the second exit at this particular roundabout. Okay. So make sure you position correctly and gear down in good time. Well done. Good routine, mirrors and signal before you came off the roundabout. Now it's a 50 road, so again, likewise, make sure it's safe before you speed up to the 50 miles an hour speed limit. Okay, and this is the dual carriageway. This leads back to the test station. Okay, and you will be required to drive some distance on this dual carriageway. It is a bright day today, so if you need to use your visor,
Okay.
please feel free to use it. Okay, it's important that you can see effectively into the distance.
Use of goggles,
You mean sunglasses?
sunglasses, yeah, can be used.
Yeah,
as
can
well.
be used. Yes, caps.
Okay.
They can be used.
Okay.
Okay, so that helps you to assess effectively. The most important thing is that you can assess effectively.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we go on the countryside? No, we won't. Okay. Now, they do like to throw in a countryside road. Okay, so we'll be embarking on a countryside road quite soon. Okay. And as we approach it, as we negotiate this bend, okay, it's after the bend, so be expecting this, the instruction from your examiner. So he will be saying something like, please prepare to take the next road on the left. Okay. So mirrors and signal in good time. Please use the slip road as early and as safe as it is to do so. Don't delay that because people might get confused by your intention. So get in when you can and reduce your speed accordingly. Well done for that. for reducing your speed and your gear. And it is the next road on the left. Okay. And again, it does tell us it's a national speed limit road. National speed limit on a single carriageway is 60. Okay, but on this particular stretch of countryside road, it will be almost impossible to get to the 60 miles an hour speed limit. Okay, we must approach these oncoming vehicles with caution. It's a very narrow road at the moment, so please adjust accordingly. As we can see by the road sign, it tells us there's a sharp bend to the right, so please reduce your speed, because it is quite a steep, sharp bend here. Well done for that was good. And in the distance we've got a white vehicle parked up on the left hand side. That does happen frequently. People do like to park and wait, take a break. And in the distance there's a bridge. Just make sure there's no big vehicles coming towards us as we start to negotiate the bridge. It is narrow, it's narrower than the countryside road, so adjust your speed accordingly. Well done. And in the distance we can look out for any kinds of tractors, those kinds of things that are emerging from these farms that are scattered about on the right hand side and the left hand side. And on the floor it does say slow. It's quite a steep decline, so we're using more brake to control the speed of the car. In a short distance we've got a double sharp bend, and I think this will require you to use second. Is that right? Yeah, we're using second gear here. It is a very, very steep bend here, so reduce your speed to increase your accuracy and control of the vehicle. Well done. And when it's safe to do so, we can start to speed up again. Okay, we don't want to be hesitant in our driving on the test, but also we must be cautious on these kinds of roads. Okay, now at the end of the road is a T-junction, and the examiner will be asking you to turn right. It is a 30 road, so bear that in mind as you emerge. Well positioned onto the giveaway lines and well emerged onto the new road. Well done. And as some of you might be familiar, this road does lead back to the test station, and they will test you on pulling over and moving off on a busy road. So after this side road, I'll be asking you to pull over to the left again, please. Well done for the mirrors and signal. So the cars behind us now are aware that we're trying to pull over somewhere, so they should give us an appropriate gap and allow us to pull over safely. Okay, as long as you do your mirrors and signal, okay, that will tell cars behind that they should be aware that we need to pull over somewhere. And then when you press your brakes, your brake lights come on, so that will further confirm that you are pulling over. So as long as you fulfill the obligation of the highway code book, mirrors, signal, then you should feel that you have got the freedom then to start to look for the position where you can pull over safely. Now here we've got a nice gap to the left. Okay, it's about a foot away, and it's safe, convenient and legal. So well done. And the examiner will simply ask you just to move away safely. He'll do that, as you might have already noticed, a number of times on the driving test. Okay, a couple were on a hill, a couple on a busy road, not so busy road. So those kinds of things he'll want to test you on. Okay, and good mirrors, signal and all round checks there. Well done. Well done for moving away there. Good. done. There's some construction works going on, and we've parked somewhere. We've stopped somewhere safe, okay, and it's convenient. We're not blocking off any driveways, so anybody wanting to enter driveways, such, so on and so forth, can do that. We won't obstruct them. Well adjusted there for that car emerging out from the side road. Just be aware, you're constantly being aware of these things happening. And remember, it is a 32 road, okay? There's no repeating of the lamppost, so that will also tell us that it's a 32 road. Now, in a short distance past the first set of lights, the examiner will be asking you to turn right at the next set of traffic lights. Okay. So on this one, it's important that we time our signal. Check your mirrors, time your signal so people don't think we're taking any side roads before. Good position into the right turning lane. Okay. And here, we must proceed here. Okay, so when the lights do go to green, okay, we do go forward past the stop line, okay, and wait for our opportunity to proceed. So the first car's turned, we got to make sure that it's safe to follow him. That was good, that. Well done for following the car in front. Well executed there. That's quite tricky, that one. Just a few more things to negotiate. Parked vehicles with these kind of sharp bends. Make sure that there's no oncoming vehicles, or that we're not going to get too close to oncoming vehicles. Well weighted there. That was good. Nice defensive approach there. Okay, well done for that. We can use first gear here. Keep the wheels rolling if you can. Well done for that. Well done. Good. Short distance, again, he'll be asking you to turn right when you can. Okay? So good bit of the signal in good time. Look for anyone coming on the oncoming side. Look for any pedestrians crossing over. If you do, then wait patiently. If we can go, then we should go. Well done for that. Again, just look for any vans, any cars emerging from these side roads that we might have to adjust for. Distance, okay, the side road that we need to turn into, we can see that now. Okay, it's where the white van is. Okay, that's selling sandwiches. Okay, so on this one, past the last side road, do your mirrors and signal, and then position in to the right turning lane when it's necessary. So somewhere here, very well executed there, and then we can adjust our gear and keep the wheels rolling if you can. Excellent turning there, well done. And here we've got to just, again, look out for any vehicles oncoming, because there's a couple of large trucks that are pulled over on the right hand side, so there's space only for one car at a time. And then take the next left when you can, please. And we're driving onto Mother's Way, so the test station is very close, and I'd recommend here using first gear. Back to the test station. Well done. So it's a left and an immediate right into the test station car park. Well done. And again, the examiner will be asking you to pull into a bay. But because we've done the manoeuvre, it wouldn't matter which bay you pull. So we can take a left into this side car park here, and then just give other cars an opportunity to finish their manoeuvring off. And when it's safe to do so, we can proceed and aim towards any bay. The accuracy of this bay park is not important because we've done the manoeuvre on the test itself. So just pulling in and getting out of people's way is the most important factor here. And as we turned in, handbrake up into neutral, and then switch the engine off, and then you get your test report, and hopefully you're going to get told you passed. So congratulations, you've passed.